So the atmosphere absolutely intense out there. There's no better atmosphere that a local derby can bring, and we've seen a couple of them, but not for the last 2 seasons. It's Beeston that gets the early touch, and this is with Sandeman, put under pressure by Gleghorn. And Lee Sanford across to take this throw in. There's Lou Macari, he's looking pensive out there to say the least. Chip Bates is also there. It's Sanford with the throw in, aimed towards Gleghorn. It's blocked out by Porter though. Beeston in there, Carruthers to Beeston. And early pressure from Stoke City awarded with a throw-in on this near side. So it'll be Bradley Sandeman that will float this up, looking for the big boys from Port Vale, in particular Robin van der Laan. Peter Billing and Neil Aspin staying in the Port Vale side of the pitch. And Billing takes it short to Porter. Porter, neat turn in space. Looks to measure the cross. It's flicked towards this near post. This is Lee Glover. Backheeled. Walker. Slid across. It's there! An early goal from Port Vale by Tony Naylor. What a marvellous goal. That's their first real attack, and Port Vale are in the lead in this Potteries derby, and the game just too many told. Mike.
Well, lovely build up there. There's Peter Billing coming over. There was hesitancy from Bradley Sandeman. He played it to Andy Porter. Andy Porter lost his marker, played it into the area where Lee Glover just did a neat little back flick. It was helped on. Tony Naylor in the right place at the right time, and well, Tony Naylor's expression, it says it all really.
And Gleghorn runs into Bradley Sandeman. He's been hustled and bustled, but he's staying in possession as Gleghorn. That's excellent work. Gets the cross in. Cleared by Peter Billing. And Naylor against Sigurðsson. Turns the ball in field for Ray Walker. Crowded out though by Paul Allen. And they build again. Good football from both sides, but Stoke City with the momentum at the moment. Allen. And he goes all the way, does Paul Allen. And we have a free kick on the far side. There's some sort of a firework device on the pitch which will need clearing. It's Vince Overson who kicks it off the pitch. Sanford up there, right in the centre, being watched by Alan Tankard. Orlickson over this, along with Gleghorn. It's going to be Gleghorn to take this left-footed. Flicks over, and it's there! Stoke City have scored through Sanford, and that was a marvellous goal. A well-worked move, something straight off the training pitch, Mike.
Well, it's obviously been working on those, and a lovely floating chip into the area. Lee Sanford in the right place at the right time. Port Vale 1, Stoke City 1, and now we do have a derby on our hands.
What we certainly do is you see it come over. It was an excellent header by Lee Sanford. And that's brought it really to life now, and like Mike says, we have a derby on our hands, and it's also almost like a cup tie atmosphere here tonight, because it'll be like a cup final, whoever takes these 3 points, that's for sure. And Beeston fired up for this one now. We were talking about his delight to knock in a 30-yarder, and Andy Porter as well. He'd love to get on the score sheet. He scored, of course, in a Potteries derby before in the FA Cup. But this is Steve Guppy. Still Guppy in possession. Butler watching him. Guppy gets a crossover, and that was a marvellous try by Lee Glover. Well, he's disappointed with that one, is the Nottingham Forest player, but I think he did everything right by just getting on target. What do you think about this one, Mike?
Well, excellent crossing by Steve Guppy. First time ball by Lee Glover, and it must be said, a marvellous save. Ronnie Sinclair just getting a finger to this.
Sanford measures the ball forward excellently for Orlickson, and Billy needed to be aware of Paul Allen running in there. Lee Glover. This is Van der Laan, out to Tankard. And there's a free kick there. Lee Glover fouled, and Overson saying that he actually took a dive there. Maybe the replay will tell us if we get one. This is Naylor though, carving out some space, cuts it back. Van der Laan, header on. Good build up again from Port Vale. This time Van der Laan going close. Mike, he's an important man at the moment, isn't he, Van der Laan?
Very important indeed. I think as the season's gone on, Robbie Van der Laan is hitting top form.
So John Butler will be looking to get some distance on this throw. And we're going to have a substitution. It's going to be Keith Scott to come on. And he's coming on for Martin Carruthers. Scott, purchased for £250,000 from Swindon. And Martin Carruthers' useful contribution covered acres of this ground. And he's running around. So Keith Scott hoping to add some firepower. And straight away into the action, clearing, only as far as Porter. Glover on the chance, and he took a deflection, and it was well held there by goalkeeper Ronnie Sinclair. But Glover showing where he's best there, cutting inside and turning smartly, and it was a good lunge there, and Ronnie Sinclair watched it all the way.
Just off camera shot there. It's a substitution, and it's Lee Glover and Joe Allen.
Well, you've got to say, Mike, that this game is made for Joe Allen, isn't it? He's a big-time boy, played at Newcastle United, Chelsea. He scored goals wherever he's been, it has to be said. And tonight would be a perfect night for him to score. And it also looks as if we might have an introduction on the Stoke side. Kevin Keane stripping down there. Stoke look to build again. That's Porter dispossessing though the Stoke forwards. Aspin forward, flicked on by Allen. Naylor gets the shot on, and it was watched all the way by Ronnie Sinclair.
Good play again by Port Vale, but the ball played on the floor. As I said earlier, Vale's best chances played on the floor. Play some nice first time one-touch football. Sinclair, centre field ball. Cleared upfield by Sigurdsson. Tankard's header down to Robbie Van der Laan. He plays it out to his right, and Bradley Sanderman, well, takes the deflection, but Neil Aspin there just plays the ball up towards Joe Allen. Joe Allen brushes off the challenge of Carl Beeston, plays it out to Alan Tankard. Tankard now coming forward, finds Tony Naylor. Tankard hits the shot, hits the crossbar. Lovely 1-2 with Alan Tankard and Tony Naylor. And Alan Tankard there, I think it caught Sinclair unawares, and the woodwork saving Stoke City. Well,
you've got to say that was a marvellous strike. Candidate for goal of the season had that one have gone in. We always say that he scores spectacular goals, and he was down for one there, wasn't he? But Paul Allen's another player that's had a tremendous game in the midfield for Stoke City. You can tell what a quality player he is. He was short of match fitness when he came up to the Victoria Ground, and with every game he's played, his fitness has got better and better, and I think he's at the pinnacle now, and he really is one of the most instrumental players for Stoke City at the moment.
And also the experience, the vast experience he's had must rub off on the other players. Anyway, Joe Allen brings that ball down very nicely, plays it back to Alan Tankard. He plays it forward. Steve Guppy. Well, Steve Guppy, in fact, the last person to touch the ball, because the referee has decided that the first local derby of this season between Port Vale and Stoke City ends honours even. There's a point each. There's a point staying here at Vale Park, and there's a point going back over the road to the Victoria Ground. But I think Tony will agree with me. A marvellous match, and it's a really good thing to see it. All the players all shaking hands, all the fans applauding both teams off.
Well, he's enjoyed it, hasn't he? That little
well,
lad down
definitely, yes, definitely.
It's something that everybody will go to work tomorrow and discuss in depth. But the fact remains that honours even here. Tony Naylor for Port Vale after 2 minutes, and then a marvellous goal by Lee Sanford pulling it level for the Potters, and that's the way it ended. It was a game full of incidents, mainly in the middle of the pitch. Not a lot of goal mouth action, But that's what Potteries derbies are all about. Marvellous game. Port Vale 1, Stoke City 1.
Great game, great atmosphere, like you say. It was a bit tight, the game. I think a 1-1 draw was a fair result.
You took your goal particularly well. You must have been pleased with the contribution of Lee Glover to that goal.
Yeah, I think Lee did a great back heel to Ray Walker. Then Ray Walker just side-footed it to me, and like you say, to score so early on settles you down a little bit.
But he led the line well, and there wasn't a lot of goal-mouth incident as well. They seem to be lining up in a 4-5-1 formation.
Yeah, I must admit they was very defensive, but at the end of the day they've got to come in and get something out of the game, which they've done that.
Even Stephen, a game which I thought we started well. The first 20 minutes I thought with it we took the initiative ourselves, got a good goal from a short free kick which you knew we got to play because of the difference in height, and that first period I thought that we did well, but then they scored with a set piece goal and they took the initiative off us in the later stage of the first half. But I thought we came back very strong in the second half, finished the game probably stronger than them, and probably had 1 or 2 half chances. One that Alan Tankard hit the crossbar with, and also Robin van der Laan and Tony Naylor had half chances. So overall it was a tight game, difficult conditions again. Every week we say the same, but it is very difficult playing on that pitch.